All right, I'm here now. Sorry about that, Chad. I was finishing a money match. I lost game 5. It was pretty toxic, but no shade to Chan, though. I like Chan. But here we are. We got Yachty and we got 34 in losers finals. All right. So I'm assuming
Yachty's made a crazy losers run. He faced Loaf early on.
Yep.
Early on in the bracket.
I don't know
quarters,
I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Good call.
I believe he lost that 2-0 to Loaf, if I recall correctly. But yeah, Yachty's been on a tear ever since. I mean, this is his first real tournament back, right?
Yeah. He went Toon Link at the other one. This is, I would say, his first real back.
Is this
where
losers?
he's wanting to come through and win? Yeah, this is losers. So
yeah, I know it's losers, but somebody said losers semis in chat. I'm not really.
I'm under the impression that it's. I thought it might be semis because he'll have to play
finals?
Cookie Tick if he wins.
Okay, so Cookie Tick is chilling in losers finals. Loaf, I'm assuming, is on winner's side of Grands. That is how winners finals went.
Yes.
Was it a 3-0? Do you know?
I believe so. Loaf.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, not worried about.
All right, but either way, 34 also on a run of his own. He's known as a Rochester Fiend. He's from La Crosse.
I have seen him at a Rochester local.
Yep.
Do we know who put him in losers?
He lost to Loaf 3-0 in winter semis.
Okay. Loaf's been on a tear, dude.
Yeah, Loaf goes on this kind of a tear every tournament, though. I mean, you can never count that kid out.
Definitely not. This is not an unusual bracket for him going through
absolutely
monsters
not.
like this.
The winner's side grand finals at this active a tournament is like, it just kind of becomes standard for him at this point. But yeah, man, 34. He is a known Rochester player. He's from La Crosse at the Wisconsin regional. I forget what it was called. He got second to Comet out of, I believe, over 100 entrants.
Wow.
Yeah. So this kid, he's 15 years old. He's going crazy. But yeah, man. I mean, we're seeing him take this lead on Yachty in game 1 as well. I mean,
and that's no easy feat taking against Yachty. Taking a lead against him it's huge.
Absolutely not. And Mega Man also is a character that I think both these characters really is what once you get hit once, you're taking a lot of chip damage, right?
Lots of chip damage, and also they both hold leads extremely well.
Absolutely, both these characters very nice with the ledge trapping. They can keep you in disadvantage forever. 34 is especially good at killing you from advantage state.
Okay, so we'll definitely have to be on the lookout for that.
His advantage state is very polished, very, very strong. Definitely his best aspect as a player.
Glad you know that. I'm not very informed on 34 right now.
I have played against him a lot. I've been to quite a few Rochester tournaments. I've seen him play quite a bit. He's won every one that I've been to that he's been at.
He won the one I was at, so that would make sense.
Yeah, I was at that one too.
Yep.
He won that one over Violet, I believe.
Yes, Violet.
Violet remains one of the only people to take a set off 34 from Minnesota.
At a Rochester local.
Yeah, I mean, we had Loaf today, obviously. Silver PC's been having some trouble with him though, from what I've been seeing. He's getting closer, but 34's taken the last 3 or 4.
And Silver PC's also been a Rochester Fiend, right?
So Silver PC was basically the 34 of Rochester before 34.
Okay.
He was winning every tournament down there for quite a while. Obviously, he's doing very well up here too. I mean,
Silver PC's definitely been taking names.
Yeah, I mean, he took Loaf to game 5 last time he played him. It was
In the PT.
Yep. No more Ridley people.
As we've been talking about them, Yachty's been making this comeback.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with Mega Man, too, is Mega Man is heavy.
2 purples on deck.
Yeah.
1 gone now.
Yeah. Mega Man is heavy. He doesn't really die that easily, and the amount of chip damage he's able to do is able to keep him in games. They just might not be the fastest game, but 34 with that wake up into forward smash for game 1. All right.
Yachty made the comeback, but just couldn't quite get in on that last stock.
Yeah.
It's going to be a game of getting in. Being a short character, I play Mega Man as well. Being a short character can be pretty tricky for Mega Man.
Yeah.
They get around pellets pretty easily, and it can make it pretty hard to kind of build that wall that Mega Mans are so known for.
Okay, one thing, though. I was talking to 34 earlier about this, actually. Not necessarily... Okay, so 34 actually did kick Disco in the nuts earlier, so let's actually ban him from advantage state.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Yeah, he's never coming back. But, yeah, I was talking to 34 about this earlier. He was saying that once you have the lead against Olimar, it's actually pretty easy to wall him out because of his mobility isn't great. Now, 34 obviously knows that, and he's well versed in getting around those kinds of walls, but it might be, I feel like it's going to be much easier for Yachty if he can find a lead.
Yeah.
And I feel like
that's been the trouble. He's been struggling to get this first stock opener.
Well, that's the hard part about getting a lead against Olimar, right? Is he hits you once and he takes so much damage, especially if you have a Pikmin stuck to you. So it's so dangerous to basically like be in existence near Olimar, right? Like you don't want to catch an up smash. That move is so safe out of shield. But Yachty nearly taking that first stock at 70%.
This could be an edge guard.
Almost.
Just like that, it's both players are kill percent. Both players.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Fear.
I think Olimar being pretty light as a character, he's definitely at back air percent,
that should be a back
forward
air.
smash percent. Going out for that down air, actually. I expected maybe a forward air to come out there from Yachty, but up air. The one aerial we didn't mention taking the first stock. Actually, I didn't mention neutral air either, but that's not
It
really
can be quite good
air.
against the light characters, for sure.
Up air's pretty nice. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, we of Minnesota pre-quarantine are well aware of that move. And it's many janky properties.
And jumping.
Yeah, it's
many players jump.
Yes, of course.
34 doing an excellent job not jumping, but
absolutely.
that's to be expected.
Yeah,
A player of this caliber.
Actually, pretty smart stuff from Yachty there. He actually threw out a down air and it broke the Pikmin on the up air. So he actually killed a Pikmin by doing what may have seemed like kind of an aggressive down air. I mean, killing a Pikmin off that is no small feat. I don't know necessarily if that'll kill a purple, but that's one of the ways that you can keep Olimar at bay a little bit is by killing his Pikmin. But
side note, Yachty tried to do the same thing with the forward air there and did not kill the Pikmin because it was the red one.
Yes, that is one of the things to keep a note of in this matchup is red Pikmin are immune to fire, yellow Pikmin are immune to electricity, just
Which
like the games.
I believe would be the forward smash, right?
It's Mega Man?
Yeah, Mega Man's forward smash.
It's just energy, I think. So I don't think either of them are immune, but they would be immune to up smash. Yellows would be immune to up smash, and reds would be immune to forward air. Those are the ones I can. And reds would be immune to down smash too.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
So off the top of my head, that's what.
We're probably not going to be seeing much of down smash.
Probably not. But I have. I mean, I've been seeing Visitor go for a little bit more down smash recently.
Yeah, he's been doing that. Yachty's been known to cover air dodge in with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty nice option from time to time. That move is very, very strong. But I don't know if we're going to be seeing it that much right now. I mean, okay.
Singular pellet into grab.
That was a tick grab right there if I've ever seen one. In Super Smash Bros. Oh, he had that read too.
Oh, he had it.
He was just a little too late on the punish.
Didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
That's uncharacteristic, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's some of the rust showing.
Yeah.
Because like pre-quarantine Yachty would get that every time. Like no,
or wait for the second roll.
Or wait for the second roll,
the second one.
Or the spot dodge, you know. But yeah, I mean 34 up 2-0. This is. He told me coming into today. I was talking to him earlier. He told me his goal today was top 4. So he's already made that goal. So let's see if he can keep his run going a little bit. I mean, obviously we're anti-34 because he kicked Disco in the nuts.
Yeah,
but
But
like, you know.
That goes without saying.
Well, yeah, it's just like, I don't even really know what to say about that anymore. I watched it happen earlier. I didn't think he actually did it. I thought Disco was acting a little bit. But apparently
was that an accidental? What happened?
So he was just kind of chilling. Disco like went up to him, did like kind of a weird move. You know, like as Disco does. As Disco does.
The classic.
And so he goes up to him, and 34 is just like, just kind of like sticks his foot out and just like hits him in the nuts.
Oh.
Yeah, it was as simple as that, really. But, I mean, causing a lot of pain. A lot of pain, just like those up airs. That was the worst joke I've ever made. I'm getting off commentary right now.
No, I need you.
Yeah.
But Yachty taking the early stock, and that's what we were talking about. It has to be the key to this matchup.
Yeah.
It's taking that first stock, taking the lead, and seeing if you can maintain it. So all of this is extra credit, especially against a character like Olimar.
I think the hard thing for Yachty, too, is even if he takes that first stock, he has to keep 34 from landing that like Olimar up smash combo too. Like assuming 34 takes his first stock, right?
Yeah.
He'll have a percent lead, but as soon as 34 lands one combo, it's basically even.
Yeah.
Olimar does so much damage.
And now we're in that range for that combo. We're going to be having to watch out for that. Yachty's going to have to be very careful playing out of spacing.
Okay, I like the idea on that down air there. And one thing 34 does that's pretty smart is when he's recovering, he throws the Pikmin away to give himself more mobility on the up B. Olimar's up B with 3 Pikmin has like no mobility.
Especially with the purples.
Slow. Yeah, and being a sitting duck like that against Mega Man, who has some really strong edge guarding, moves like forward air, back air, down air, it can be very, very dangerous.
I'm surprised Yachty's not going for the stick on the ledge. I know that can be quite tricky for Olimar's to get around.
Yeah, it's especially true because he can't really snap to ledge quickly. That's the other thing.
Yeah, it can be a good kind of mix, if you will, but
yeah, I think a lot of the time though, I think a lot of Mega Men tend to go for that a little bit too much. But I mean, honestly, it seems like it could be pretty devastating in this matchup.
That's what I was thinking. But I feel like Yachty's going for the stick on Olimar himself and trying to get a follow-up after that, which is also great. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and just like we were talking about, he's playing pretty well with the lead right now. He's not really overcommitting, throwing out a lot of leaf shields, retreating forward airs, retreating pellets. I mean, he really doesn't have to right now. But whiffing the grab on the spot dodge, that's
choosing to just eat the white Pikmin just to get back, get some damage with the up air, cover his recovery. Yachty's exceptionally good at that. If you'll notice when he recovers, he almost always has something covering him coming back up.
Oh, absolutely. Like that Metal Blade right there. And that's one of the great things about Mega Man is his recovery is so versatile. You can do that a lot of the time.
Yeah, and it's not as straightforward as you would quite think because he has no hitbox
The purple
on
just
it, right?
chewed that forward smash.
Yeah, no.
Literally ate it for breakfast. That was crazy.
Looking for the up tilt.
He was scouting that rollout.
He was scoping
that rollout right there. It was time. Yep. One thing too, Mega Man able to up air or up B out of those combos. I feel like maybe that's. And
that's
see,
the yellow
he had the
Pikmin.
yellow stuff to him. That's that situation. Yep. Oh, Reds are probably immune to Crash Bomber too. Now that I think about it.
Yachty having kind of a tough time keeping the Pikmin off him right now.
Yeah, did you see that? He actually, what happened there, it looked like he maybe got an extension of the forward air, and 34 was able to get an up smash for it instead of Yachty being able to land. And that's one of the things that can make this matchup very tricky, is Pikmin...
Good tech.
Pikmin mess with your hitboxes quite a bit. They can make them go longer. That's the main thing is they can extend them, or they can make them less safe, or make them not even come out, just because of the fact that they're constantly putting out hitboxes. Yeah, wow.
Forward air's going to take it pretty late, honestly.
Yachty, I mean, is this the start of a comeback, do you think? It feels like
certainly could be. He seemed to be playing that much more safe, much more slow.
Yeah, but that was still last hit, right?
Yeah.
Even with all of the adaptations Yachty's made, even with getting the lead in that game, it was still last hit. Like that just goes to show like maybe how scary this matchup is and how scary of a player 34 is.
Incredible. And something to note though, like even though Yachty, that was last hit, I don't want to count him out. He is known to run it back on people.
Oh, absolutely.
Once he gets something in your head or he knows something about the way you play, he's gonna take it far. So this game, I think, will be the pivotal moment to see what Yachty has learned and what 34 can kind of adapt back.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it definitely looked like Yachty was onto something that game, but I feel like I think maybe you're right. Not shutting the door there as 34 is maybe a little scary. I feel like now you're like, oh, okay. I mean, every like little amount of damage you take feels like the end of the set right now, just because of that, right? Like,
and every little hit takes so much. Like we were talking about earlier in the set, is like 34 is getting in, and he is doing 30, 40, 50, 60 damage every time.
But honestly, getting hit by Mega Man feels a little bit different than getting hit by Olimar. So with Olimar, you're like, okay, just give me my damage. With Mega Man, you're like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get out of this vortex, you know?
You don't know when you're getting out of this. Like against Mega Man, you could be there forever. You could be dead.
I think he might be dead off this string. Oh, he didn't go out. But
something to note there, actually. Crash Bomber always sends the opposite way you're facing. So he turned around his up B to get sent into the stage.
Oh, very smart stuff from 34. I actually didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so Yachty was looking for him to be recovering towards the ledge, facing, so that he would go away and get back in.
Oh, and he did it low enough to the point where Yachty couldn't really see him.
Yep.
Wow,
yeah,
that's really smart stuff.
Really smart stuff. Forward air taking it actually a lot earlier than I would have expected for that.
Yeah, I mean, and now we're seeing Yachty with the lead once again. I mean, 34, I mean, last game he was only at like 80 when he took the stock, with 34, I mean, he's already got him at 150, but
I think the
getting
key
him
is
to
going to
this
be
percent and taking the stock are two different things.
Two exceedingly different things.
Especially against a player of Yachty's caliber, right?
And with someone whose mix-ups, getting off the ledge, getting onto ledge, getting back to it is so crazy.
I just played against the Mega Man for 5 games. That character can do so much to get out of disadvantage.
So much.
Yeah.
It's very deceptive.
Yeah,
having no hitbox on the recovery makes it feel like it's bad, and it's not.
It's not at all, no. The fact that you can act out of it is what makes it so crazy.
And he can throw projectiles to cover it, which is insane.
Absolutely. We've seen Yachty do that with the Metal Blade and the Crash Bomber several times this set already.
I think if Yachty can avoid these lower percent combos from Olimar, he's going to be doing a lot better job taking these stocks early and not eating that percent.
And it's looking like he's doing that this stock. I mean, 34 has been in disadvantage like the whole game, it's felt like.
It definitely has felt like that. And I feel like Yachty is playing this chip damage game where as long as he's taking chip damage and not those big strings, he's feeling a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, and that red Pikmin there putting in a lot of work from 34. That forward air is has been Yachty's go-to in these kinds of situations. And 34 with the red Pikmin able to get around it, but you don't always get a red.
You don't.
And that's...
I'm sure he knows the order, but playing around that order in this fast pace of a match is going to be challenging.
Red, yellow, blue, white, purple, by the way.
Okay.
So he always starts red, yellow, blue.
Okay.
Every game. But 34 manipulates it to the point where he gets more purples, he gets more reds, yellows. Like basically anything that isn't a white, because white Pikmin kind of suck. But
well, they do a lot of damage when they get on you.
They do a lot of damage, but they're super, super weak. At least the other Pikmin have killing versatility. Whites really don't.
Yachty resetting his recovery with that.
Yeah. But that was still scary, though, because 34, I mean, I saw him go down there several times for that spike earlier. He was playing Grady. I was watching that set. He landed several spikes way down there, and I think maybe 34
shield cancel?
Has to take more advantage of the times when Yachty doesn't have something covering him, like there. Because that's like, right there, that could have been a stock for 34, and he wouldn't be at 120 right now. He'd only be at like 80, and that's so much more doable for Olimar. And Yachty just sent to game 5. Because of
just like that, and that game felt so Yachty.
Yeah, And that was such a small miscue from 34 there. Not taking that small stuff is what kills you against really, really top level players.
And the same is true. Like in the first couple games, Yachty, had a few missteps, and 34 took crazy advantage of that.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw 34's advantage go wild in those first couple games, and it's still, to an extent, like game 3, it was still very strong, and we're still seeing those combos. But Yachty is doing such a good job of just like maneuvering around the percent ranges for those combos. We haven't really seen him eat a big one in a while.
Yeah, no, it's definitely these last 2 games he has not been hit by one.
Absolutely.
Something interesting I wanted to point out from last game, but I didn't get a chance. Not really the time now, but I'm still going to point it out, is as soon as he got that kill throw, he threw away the blue Pikmin to favor the other ones, like you were talking about. Yeah,
because the blue Pikmin is super versatile when it comes to getting that kill, like with the throw, but after that it's basically like, it doesn't really do that much damage. It's not really that strong. It's basically like the worst aspect of it's like the worst aspect of a lot of the other Pikmin besides the strong throws. So
he got that weird bonk. Did you see that? He bounced off the ledge. It was the weirdest thing.
And that's something that can happen sometimes with recoveries like that, is you just kind of hit the ledge for no reason. And that's really unfortunate that it happened in a game 5 set where you're losing momentum. God, he almost killed him again. But
this is feeling like a Yachty game.
Yeah, this is feeling like a Yachty set. I mean, I was going to say this at the end of game 3. I think now's a good time to bring it up as well. If you're up 2-0 against someone who you know is very, very good, losing game 3 is a mentality killer.
Oh, it's brutal. And I think taking game 3 is the hardest, because you're like, oh my god, I'm about to beat Yeti.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm about to beat this guy, right?
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, it's like I'm about to get like a really strong win that's like, and I'm about to 3-0 them. But it's like, but a lot of the time, if you do that, you get too antsy and you leave the door open for not just game 3, but maybe the whole set, because that kind of panic is something that good players know how to take advantage of. Yachty with that shield pressure.
I don't even know what to say about that other than down air's +1. So
yeah, you can't drop shield after that. Oh, I mean, his shield would have broken, right?
Not without Crash Bomb, no.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the typical setup is you get a Crash Bomber, and if they shield Crash Bomber, you get down air up tilt, because down air's +1.
Yep. And then breaks your shield.
Yeah, breaks your shield.
Yep.
It's a true shield break. Once you are in the Crash Bomber explosion, you are broken. As far as the, if the Mega Man executes.
Okay. 34 though, I mean, he took that first stock. He's definitely still in it. Olimar has a very explosive punish game. We're seeing it right there.
Already at 51.
Yeah, only hit him with 1 up air, but those stuck Pikmin doing 51%, making up the rest of the damage there. And he's got Yachty off stage. I mean, this game is far from over.
And he's got a purple too.
Yeah, like that purple was such a threat there to Yachty. Okay, parry into the up smash.
Yachty doing a good job knowing that the white Pikmin's on him. Needs to get it off with the back air.
Yep.
Something to note is that a lot of the times it's hard for certain characters to get Pikmin off of them, and Yachty seems to know which moves do that the best.
Damn, that was... Wow, I mean, this is
That's the Crash Bomber.
Yep.
Down air.
I thought maybe
Excellent
we were
stall
see it
from
there.
Olimar. From 34. My
This
mistake.
is like... God, this is so scary for 34.
That's it.
Ah, yep, you're dead.
Yep.
All right. But
Good stuff. Yachty
Wow.
coming with a huge adaptation.
yeah. And Yachty continues his return run.
Yeah, now he's going into Cookie Tick for
Yeah.
Losers Finals.
Has he played Paul yet today?
He has not played Paul yet today.
Okay. I mean,
He played low fairly early on, earlier
Yep.
than expected.
Winners quarters. I mean,
Yeah.
Yachty, I mean, it makes sense that they didn't seed him super high because he's still, because a lot of people maybe don't know if he's been playing or like if he's, because he really he's just been TOing. He's been chilling. One time I did go to Cookie Tick's house though, and Yachty was there. I did play some friendlies with him. He's definitely
still a monster.
really
Yeah,
really
he's still a
good.
monster.
Yo, Kyle, good shit, man.